My son's body was limp on the gurney, his skin gray beneath the fluorescent lights. Tubes, beeping machines, the sharp smell of antiseptic. I clutched the phone, begging, "Please come, please see him, he needs you." Her voice on the other end was colder than the steel rails of the hospital bed. "No, I'm going out for work." Then the line died. I stared at my boy's chest rise unevenly, machines forcing air where his body failed. I prayed she would walk through the doors. She never did. The next morning, she collapsed at her office. Same hospital, same ward. As they wheeled her in, pale and weak, a doctor pulled me aside, his tone barely audible over the whir of machines. "You deserve to know the real story behind your son's death." And just like that, the floor shifted beneath me. The words lodged in my skull, sharp and unrelenting. Real story? Behind his death? Not accident, not fate, something else. I replayed her voice in my head, flat, almost annoyed when I begged her to come. She hadn't even asked what happened. No panic, no urgency. And now, by some cruel symmetry, she lay just 2 doors down from where our child had taken his last breath. I sat between rooms, one empty, one filled with the ghost of betrayal. The doctor didn't finish his sentence. He left me with fragments, enough to know the truth wasn't in the charts. So I watched her as she slept, her breathing steady, almost peaceful. No mother should look so calm in the same building where her child's body had gone cold. The pieces began to move in my mind, aligning into something darker than grief. I became methodical, detached. Grief took a backseat to calculation. Phone logs, messages, bank records. I slipped through them like a soldier through barbed wire. Patterns surfaced. Late nights labeled as work. Withdrawals timed perfectly with her unexplained absences. A name that kept appearing. Transfers, hotel bookings, receipts. The boyfriend she never confessed. Neighbors whispered when I pressed. "She's been distracted. Always someone else picking up your boy from school. He had bruises. I assumed you knew." I hadn't. I was blind. But blindness had an expiration date. Each clue sharpened into a blade. Each silence from her became proof. She thought she had orchestrated the perfect double life. But betrayal always leaves fingerprints, and I was collecting them all. The final fracture came from the autopsy. A quiet request to the coroner, a favor pulled. My son hadn't died from the fall alone. The injuries told another story. Repeated trauma, neglect, signs missed or ignored. And worse, the timeline. He had been hurt hours before I was ever called. Hours she could have saved him, but she didn't, because she wasn't there. She was with him. I carried the report into her hospital room. She sat upright, fragile, wires tethering her to life. I placed the folder in her lap, said nothing. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Her eyes scanned the pages. Each line stripped another layer of denial. She looked up. Her lips moved. A whisper. "This isn't what you think." I tilted my head, calm. "It's exactly what I think." Her tears fell, hot and useless. Mine never came. I didn't raise my voice, didn't strike her. Instead, I laid out the evidence, one sheet at a time. Phone records, bank transfers, witness accounts, the coroner's report. Her world unraveled in silence. "I begged you," I said quietly, "and you chose him." She sobbed, clutching the sheets as if they could hold her together. I stood over her, detached. "The police have copies, child services too. Everyone will know, not just about him, about you." Her breathing quickened, panic overtaking the composure she once weaponized. I leaned close, my voice almost kind. "You didn't lose a son. You surrendered him." Then I walked out, leaving the folder behind like a mirror she couldn't break. Grief should have consumed me, but grief requires innocence. and mine was buried with him. Now I carry only clarity. She lies in a hospital bed, drowning in the weight of her own choices. He will face prison, exposure, a life dismantled. And me? I sit by my son's grave, silent. No tears, no prayers. Only the stillness of a man who has severed the last tie to what destroyed him. People call betrayal fire, but I've learned it's ice. It freezes everything it touches, and when it finally shatters, it leaves nothing worth holding. So I walked away, not broken, not healed, just empty enough to be free.